We haven't had a homicide here in 10 years. So this is an area that's free from that kind of violence and that kind of crime, and so the whole area is that way. And then if you had to pick all the residents, the Dermonds would certainly be at the bottom of the list, or toward the bottom of the list of ones that someone would do some sort of revenge crime like this.
And it's still a huge mystery who killed a Georgia husband and wife that were married for 62 years. The husband, Russell Dermond, was beheaded. His wife, Shirley, found dead in the water right outside their lakefront home. Police in their quiet community are stumped and are getting help from police in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Dermonds used to live. HLN law enforcement analyst Mike Brooks. Mike, what is going on? What's the latest? And will the killers be brought to justice?
Well, Joey, I think it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. You know, this took place on May 5th, and it just shook the Great Waters community of Lake Oconee, where all this happened. Well, we want to bring you the latest. Joining me by phone right now is Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills. Sheriff, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for calling.
So, Sheriff, it's been since May 5th now, and I know there is a lot of forensic evidence. You've talked to a lot of witnesses. You've taken a lot of statements. What is the latest in this case?
Unfortunately, there are no new developments. We are just now getting, we are still getting records, bank records, telephone records. We've just gotten some crime lab reports back from the state crime lab. But at this point in time, we're still searching for a motive and obviously those who are responsible for doing this.
Now, Russell Dermond, most of his business dealings were down in the Jacksonville, Florida area. And I'm sure that's what you're looking at on a lot of business records. But you also brought in some investigators from Jacksonville to help you in this investigation. How did that help?
Well, let me say, first of all, Russell Dermond didn't have any business dealings in Jacksonville. He'd been retired for over 20 years. His business was in the metro Atlanta area. He does have some adult sons in the Jacksonville area. I did personally request two detectives from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. They have a cold case squad. The Jacksonville, Florida Sheriff's Office is probably one of the largest police agencies in the Southeast. Mm-hmm. And the sheriff there and I went to the FBI Academy together, and I asked for a couple of his cold case detectives just to come up and go over they spent about a day and a half of us going over our evidence, just to get new eyes and eyes who specialized in a cold case. And they've gone over what we did, made some suggestions, but to a great extent simply concurred with with what we had done and the course we were undertaking still.
Now, there's reports that there were a number of polygraphs taken or given to some people that may have had some information and some people that came forward with some possible tips. I know polygraphs are a great investigative tool. Has that helped at all?
Well, it certainly, early on, we polygraphed people who worked for the Dermonds. That, along with some other corroboration, allowed us to eliminate those people from being suspects. And then we recently polygraphed an individual who brought forth some information. And I want to stress that just some information. Mm-hmm. And that polygraph primarily was to determine if that person was holding.
All right, Sheriff, we run out of time. We're going to keep in touch with you. Thanks so much for joining us.